Can you tell me your name and your role in the game?
Yep, my name's Yale Miller. I am a senior producer at Treyarch, primarily focused on multiplayer and our new mode, Blackout.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Perfect.
There's only so much I can talk about, but yes.
Okay. But in general, when you decided to give a step back and go boots on the ground again?
So boots on the ground, always from the beginning, the goal was to make a game that was more grounded. That comes with the fiction, with just the style and the look and feel of the characters. We played around with movement a lot because we wanted something that was more tactical, more focused around teamwork. We honestly tried different things with different movements, but for the last, I don't know, a long while we've been pretty much focused on a boots on the ground experience, but still trying to make it feel fast and fluid. So that's been one of the challenges that we've been working on. When you look at the game, you'll see a ton of work has gone into animation and different things to still keep it with that kind of fast, fluid feel, but again, grounded.
Okay. It doesn't have a story mode, only multiplayer. Why?
Well, so there's definitely things to do that are not traditional multiplayer, right? So obviously with zombies, you can play that as a solo experience. We also have specialist missions that you can play by yourself that give you a ton of backstory and narrative around the specialists, and also give you opportunities to learn more about not just the characters themselves, but their mechanics. I think really when we looked at it, we were working on different types of campaign stuff and thinking about that. And the reality is that it just wasn't hitting the bar of where we wanted to go with the game. And the game at its core is something that's all about teamwork, a more social game than we've ever done, and it just kind of lended itself to going in different directions.
Okay. You are a specialist in Blackout then?
Yeah.
Can we talk about Blackout?
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about Blackout.
What is Blackout?
So Blackout at its core, it's a battle royale style game, but it's uniquely Black Ops. So that's from looking at how we interact with vehicles, so land, sea, and air. So whether you're on a helicopter or an ATV or a truck or in a Zodiac out on the ocean, different things that you're able to do with that. And then more players than we've ever had before. And then by far the biggest map. So when we looked at this initially, it was some of the ideas. Everyone was really fascinated by trying something with Battle Royale. The studio loves those kinds of games as well, and a lot of people were passionate about that. But the important thing for us was, can we do something that's unique? And we felt like bringing our style of combat, fast fluid movement, the boots on the ground stuff, as well as we actually have a lot of experience with vehicles. If you look back to Treyarch's pedigree and all the different things we've done with vehicles in the past, we felt like there was something special that we could bring to the table. And that's kind of where Blackout came from. And yeah, we're very excited to talk a lot more about it in the future.
We can play Black Ops 4 on PC also.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the PC is huge this year. Our biggest team ever working on PC. We have a whole dedicated team. Beanox is primarily focused on that. We also are really excited about our partnership with Blizzard this year. So for the first time, we'll be on Battle.net. That's helped not just from infrastructure and other things that Battle.net brings to the table, but also the partnership with Blizzard. In the past also for gameplay, it's always been focused on bringing the Black Ops experience to PC or the different Call of Duty experiences, but now Beanox is really pushing and pulling with things that we haven't touched before. So core mechanics, even things down to as simple as shooting and recoil systems and all those different things. And because they have such a big team, they have the capability to really play with those things. We're thinking about them as, obviously they're both Black Ops 4, but Beanox is really being allowed to work with Treyarch and the different studios to do their own thing, which is making the game feel great for PC. If you guys have a chance to play, it's things just as simple as like usability of the UI. It doesn't need to be the same as what the console is, to things as simple as, if you're clicking on something to shoot it, if the recoil system is doing this and this, it's very annoying as a PC player to have to constantly drag down. And in the past, we've just kind of shoehorned that in. And so there's a lot of benefits to working with such a big team and just being able to spend the time and put the focus on it that's making the PC, it runs great. That's another really exciting thing, just having so much time to focus on that. So yeah, PC has been a bigger investment than we've ever done before.
And talking about the maps, perhaps the first question is, what about the Blackout map? Because it's the biggest map you made.
Yeah. So It's huge. The stat that we use to kind of try to put it into context is it's about 1,500 nuke towns. It's kind of like talking about $1 billion. It's kind of hard to imagine how big that is, but when you set foot in it, it's huge. The other thing that's really nice is that we did a lot of work on Black Ops 3 with 4-player co-op and different things. So there's a bunch of technology stuff where we had already gone down the path. So it's lent it to making such a big map, still be performant, still running at a good frame rate, and still having all that awesome combat.
And when in the map there's the maps of the all the history of Call of Duty, I think.
Yeah. So that's a big part of it. That's part of the idea of making it feel more Black Ops. Is that there's a lot of classic things that we're kind of putting into it. Some of them will be smaller kind of nods and Easter eggs. Other things are things like entire parts of maps are in the mode. So you'll be able to go from things like parts of Nuketown to parts of classic maps like Raid and different ones that we're really excited about. It kind of lends itself to just feeling inherently Black Ops. And also some of that geometry and those things just make for great play spaces.
And when you go to a map of Black Ops 3, you can make the same movements, or you can make the movements of the Black Ops 3?
No. So at its core, again, like Black Ops, it's all about the feel and the look of those, but really the movement set, how guns work. So it's not just movement, it's how guns work, all those different pieces. We're trying to make it best for that mode. So Blackout will be changing things and tweaking things. Engagement distances are longer. There's just different challenges, I guess, where you need to have guns feel different. You need to have movement feel different. The goal is to kind of keep everything in line as much as possible, but we're playing with all those things. We've built a bunch of new systems just around weapons, even playing with things like ballistics and bullet drop that will impact how guns work over longer distances. So we are playing with all those things. But to specifically answer your question, when you're in those parts of the map, it won't change the movement set. It'll be consistent across. As soon as you get into the map, it'll be a consistent experience.
Okay, and the map, one of the maps is in Spain.
Yes.
The multiplayer.
Yeah. Z-side. Yeah. Yes.
A lot of maps.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful place, so it's very good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Can you give me the mic?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Forgot it was even there.
all the people forget.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So,